come with us.
I am the better man. When I look to reap her, I always stagger back again. Once I built an ivory tower so I could worship from above.
All right, Jordan.
Climbed down to be set free.
For the video.
She took me in again.
Can we do?
My God, I'm never gonna remember your video.
Big hot sun beating on the big people in the big hard world. When she comes to greet me, she is mercy at my feet. Yeah, when I see her pin her charm, she just throws it back at me. Once I dug.
Are we going right now?
Yep.
Okay. So road trip 2016 has been awesome. Seen lots of things I never thought I would see, and definitely things I'm going to go back and see again, like the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. Coolest thing, let me see. I don't know. It's probably the campsite on one of the days where we got lost in the desert and had to, I don't remember which day it was. I think I would say it was like a Monday. I don't know. Either way, we drove up into the mountains. That was a cool one. It was a happy accident because it was the last campsite left, and it was accidentally for free. But hey, what are you gonna do? So, and pizza is good. Good call on the pizza. Very well planned out trip there, John. Matt's turn.
All right. Well, we're in Indiana, closing up the last leg of Road Trip 2016, which has been a huge success. I'd say large in part thanks to John. It has been absolutely incredible to do 17 or so states in a 9-day span. I think back on all the cool things that we meant to see and some of the even better things that we didn't have any idea we were going to see. Much like Ryan mentioned, the campsite on Monday. I mean, we went a couple 100 miles out of the way, ended up going a couple 1,000 feet up into the sky to find a lone campsite, and it was absolutely remarkable. Woke up a little bit early to watch the sunrise on that campsite come over the mountain, and it was absolutely breathtaking. And then our first campsite was on the Rio Grande. It was amazing. I mean, we slept to the sound of a river, which was remarkable. I'd say a big highlight for me personally was getting out to California to see my brother and sister-in-law. I think that was very, very cool, and I'm glad that they could make it up to see all of us on our route. Rounding it off with Pequod's pizza, perfect. It was a great pizza. We have, if you can see it back here, it's right there. Stop moving the camera. Right there. There's a lot of pizza
Hidden stash
in the back of the car right now. So we keep all the doors locked so people don't come in and take our pizza. Great success. I'm excited to have these pictures and memories of this video right here. So,
Well, it is the end of Road Trip 2016, which we have written somewhere on Route 66 in America.
Yes.
Hopefully that will be there forever. This has been an awesome trip. As mentioned before, just looking back, we did have many things that were planned. All the national parks were absolutely beautiful, but there's happy little accidents that led us to some of the best times, like the place we didn't even mean to camp, we ended up at. That was awesome. Unhappy accidents like Carmen's, not so awesome. What I found amazing about this was how many awesome small towns there are going to these places, and not just the national parks, but I remember in Colorado, before we even got to our campsite, there was a sunset behind a mountain that was like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Just looking back over 9 days, all we've done, I never thought it would be what this was. I think what really topped it all off, though, honestly, group of people I was with during this trip, I don't think you could ask for a better 4 to go. So I'm very, very happy that I got to go on this, and I hope we can do it sometime again in the future. Maybe next time go east.
Yes.
All right, so now it's my turn to recap my experience on Road Trip 2016. I gotta say, it turned out, I don't know if I would say better than I expected, because it was a dream. It was always a big dream of mine to do this since a kid. I was a kid, and it turned out to be just that, a dream, like literally a dream come true. And Jordan's right. There's not a better four that could have gone on this trip with us. And it meant a lot to me that we did this in celebration of our friendship before I personally move on to the next chapter of my life with Molly as we get married. So this was a special trip on a lot of different levels, not just the road trip part of things, but also just sharing these memories with these fellas. Before life continues to move on, and all of the great memories, there was a ton of them. Everybody keeps talking about that one campsite that we weren't supposed to go to, or didn't even know about, because we were lost in the desert without food. And we said, hey, look! There's the John Muir Wilderness, and it turned out to be, one of my favorite experiences of the trip. Because I planned a lot of the trip, I've gotten to see a lot of the happy mistakes that have happened. Even months before we even left for the trip, as plans unfolded, a lot of just things that I wasn't expecting to happen happened, like going through Tuba City. I was just mapping out our route on the atlas and found Tuba City. How perfect is that? And so everything came together as a puzzle that was out of my hands of creating. It was, I think that there was a lot of help from people above us, and that feeling, I always had that feeling that a lot of things on this trip were meant to be, and that culminated at that campsite that we weren't supposed to be at, the John Muir Wilderness. John Muir is a personal hero of mine for everything that he's done for the national parks. But also, when we looked up randomly into the night sky that night, we realized that my tattoo, which has Jesus on it, and the tattoo artist asked me what he wanted, what I wanted heaven to look like, and I said, I hope there's a lot of hiking and a lot of wilderness. And so behind Jesus, he put these trees, and we looked up at this campsite, and those exact trees were all around us. And then also Ryan noticed that through the trees was our favorite constellation, Orion, which is meaningful to me, not just because it's a cool constellation, but also my favorite Bible verse is, can you move the belt of Orion? Which is a powerful message to me, just reminding myself of how powerful God is. So it was just kind of like this moment of things we had zero control over, reminding us that everything was going to be okay and awesome. And so, sorry for mine being long and sappy, but
I didn't know we were supposed to ride a novel.
but there's my personal recap, and so I really hope that we get to do something similar to this again.
Yeah, you can do it by yourself.
I guess I'm doing it by myself, because apparently it was a terrible trip.
I'll go.
Alright, well, I'll see you later. One final reminder as I just left Matt's apartment. Oh dear. Getting this mug deep clean. Look out. Road trip 16. Oh.